Okay, so this is the actual instruction sheet that I would hand out to you guys if we were in class, and this is for the letter from the trenches assignment. So give this a read. I've tried to bold the things that I want you to focus on, but really, I want there to be facts about what it was like living in a trench. All right. Try to include empathy, so describing how you're feeling. All right, and then if you read those letters from other soldiers, you'll kind of get good idea of what they're feeling. And then lastly, make sure it's in a letter format. If you're wondering like how does this, transfer over or kind of a little bit more concise, you could look at it in the evaluation portion. It's kind of the same thing, but just in a nice small sentence. All right. So make sure that it's, you include facts. If it's out of five, make sure you got five facts in there. Maybe five details about what it's like living in the trench. Maybe a couple sentences where you focus on their emotion, right? How they're feeling. And then for letter format, you get 5 marks if you just make it into a letter format. And we're going to look at that in a second. And then make sure it's is complete, grammatically correct sentences. So no half sentences, no running on sentences. You need periods and punctuation, all right? It's written in a complete, grammatically correct sentence. So last video, I discussed this page right here where we talked about, or not this page, this page. Hold on. We talked about this page. And this page is kind of a step-by-step. Go through it. It's kind of like a culmination of all the pages that I put in your OneDrive. But a few other things that I included was I included a sheet called links. In the link sheet, I have given a bunch of links, including how to properly format a letter, some real letters from soldiers, a couple videos, and then an overview from National Geographic Kids. National Geographic is the best. I still have a subscription. Thanks, Grandma and Grandpa. But yeah, check these things out. They're cool, and we'll give you more information. Like I said in the last video, I'm going to try and just make a whole page of just videos for you guys to watch. If at the very least you guys can watch some videos and learn something about this. So keep an eye out for that. And then two other things I included were two letters. So one of the letters looks like this. This would be an excellent letter. You would get a very good mark if you gave me this. Okay, it's addressed to someone, it's dated, it's indented, it's signed. That's a letter format. Boom, right? I know who you're talking to. I know where you're writing from. I know who's writing. Okay, that's 5 out of 5 right there for the letter format. It has been 1 month since I have been fighting in this war. It is appalling. Okay, appalling. It's bad. It's ugly. It's not good. He goes on to describe what he's seeing, right? And then he goes, I miss my family so much. Okay, add those details. You can make it up, right? Get creative. This is not only a social study assignment, but an ELA assignment. I will send this letter to Mr. Cavadas, and he'll give you marks for English. All right. Read these letters. I think they're pretty good examples. I believe Henry Soldierton. Yes, Henry Soldierton. I gave him a name. He describes what he's seeing. He describes what he's feeling. He describes, what it's like to live in a trench. Enormous rats the size of cats that fed upon the corpses. Right? Imagine if you saw that. That'd be horrible. I don't ever want to see that. Okay? He talks about the loud firearms, the bombs, the never-ending rain, right? Poison gas, we talked about that. Terrible way to die. All right? Read through these letters. You can use these letters as a format too. If you want to just take this letter and kind of look at it and use it as a guide, give her. And I also included one other letter. This is also a good letter. I got it from our website. I can give you guys the source if you'd like. And it's another good example of a great letter. Both these letters would be excellent. If you handed in something like this, I'd be awesome. If you handed me something that's much shorter, that's okay too. Do your best. Email me if you have questions.